Hi, I'm Erik de Bruin and I'm together with Jan Kees van Woezik and we are co-founders of Stekker.app. Stekker.app allows you to charge your electric vehicle at the most affordable but also the most clean moment in time. So what we are going to demonstrate is, in my case, I have hourly electricity prices. So when electricity is being produced, it has to also be consumed at exactly the same point in time. That's simply how electricity works. So what happens when there's a lot of renewables being generated, we have a lot of wind and solar, for example, and then the electricity prices will go down because there's a lot of supply, which has an impact on the price. And it usually outcompetes, for example, fossil and coal-fired power plants, because these kinds of power plants take fuels, which are costly. So wind and solar is cheap when it is available, and coal and fossil fuels are being used when wind and solar is not available. So we cannot change when the wind is blowing, we cannot change when the sun is shining, but we can change when we charge our vehicle. And of course we don't want to be controlling our vehicle at all times during the night, for example. This is simply not feasible, but what we can do is use Stekker.app to simply input our preferences and, for example, when we have to leave, and then Stekker.app will completely manage it for you and will optimize according to your schedule, but also according to your grid connection and, for example, whether you have local solar being generated on your roof, for example. Okay, we're going to demonstrate the case of different hourly rates. So in this case, on the left, what you see is the hourly prices. In my cases, I pay less or more depending on the hour at which I'm charging. So you see the high and low prices. Of course, we want to charge when prices are low and emissions are also low. So I'm going to connect my car, and Jan Kees is going to tell you more about the actual charging process in conjunction with the app. All right.
So Erik is now walking to his car to start charging. At the end of this video, we have created a charging session that will happen around midnight, because that's when the prices are the lowest. I'm now going to switch to Erik's camera so we can see what he's doing. With Stekker, we want to make charging as easy as possible, and that's why we added a little feature that opens the charging port of your vehicle. When we detect that a session will happen, we open the charge port so you don't have to open another application to do so. On the right side, you can now see that a notification will appear on your phone. If I would tap that notification, I could make the session smart with 2 taps. And if you look at the camera, you can see that if I don't do anything with the application, charging will happen right away. I'm now going to use the application to make charging smart. As you can see, the session already appeared in the application, and when I press the green button, I can adjust my preferences. For instance, I want to charge my vehicle up until 90% and I need my car by tomorrow 3:30 in the afternoon. When I press save, you can see that the planning changes accordingly. On the left, you can see that in our internal dashboard. You can change your preferences at any time. For instance, I'm now going to change my departure time to 11 o'clock this evening. As you can see, that has an effect on the planning. Charging will now start earlier. And this concludes our demo for today. If you have any questions, please send us a message.